Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you could just scroll down and take a look at the description right now, you will see I have provided chapters. If there's a certain skin that's caught your eye that you really want to get a quick look at right now, well, just look in the description. If you truly wish to skip ahead, the options provided to you. And with that, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Have dinner right, because it's time to showcase some brand new skins right here in front of you. Alright then, so, not that much clothing and armour this week. You might, debate backpacks and whatnot. I get it, but honestly, it's just a pair of gloves. It's fine. We got a lot last week and the week before that, so okay, maybe Face Punch wants to just kind of even it out. Not that much this week. Maybe not that much next week. I still need to see that Barbarian clothing and armour, please. I need my continuations. I need my profit anyway. It's alright. So, the other thing is we did see some interesting collection continuations regardless. Harbour Seal, Elysium, Eye SAR, Commando, Blackstone. We also have Sunken, so okay, fair enough. It's still an interesting batch of skins. So let's go over to here and talk about what we know. Out of all these skins, which of them are abnormal? And I'm going to keep it nice and straightforward. The only skins this week that are not abnormal are the Fallen Gloves and the mini Beehive box. That is the only two skins that are not abnormal. These are regular skins. They will only become marketable when the roster has rotated next week. However, all the other skins that you see here, as per usual, we know that we'll be able to chase after them on Wednesday night going into Thursday morning with some very nice, well thought out buy orders, correct? Okay, cool. So that's all understood and understood. Cool. Now let's hop over to here and see how things are currently lining up. So as I said, it's been quite a while. It's been a few hours since the roster has rotated, and as you can clearly see, certain skins are getting a lot of attention, and some skins not so much. That's how it usually is anyway. So overall, as I said, interesting collection continuations. It is the return of a backpack, but that backpack in particular seems to mesh very nicely with a certain hazmat. I wonder. So, yeah, that's looking pretty cool. And technically speaking, it is 3 weeks in a row for the Fallen collection. So those hoodie and pants, did you buy any of them? I bought 30 of them each last night. Let's just get a quick peek at that, just to see, the momentum that they currently have. And yeah, it's kind of gone back down again. So that SMM pricing is a bit delayed sometimes, but these are in a very, very good spot. So that's already got bars pushing up to $2, aka it's doubled in price. And the pants, they're still good. So that is instantly profitable, but it would have been nice if we got the boots with it. But hey, complete the sets, random pairs of boots for that, sure, whatever. So everything is looking very, very good. I've even had a few people message me saying, hey Hedge, I bought the Fallen Sword after seeing all of these skins being accepted. And apparently they've made quite a lot of profit. So, okay, cool. You're doing good. Well done, buddy. So, all right then. And with that, we can also quickly take a look at the Sunken collection, because we've had 3 door skins now, and I guess we can look forward to some more. Random skin back in the summer of 2023, a random skin earlier this year. Well, that octopus, that giant squid, he wants a hug, and we might be seeing more of it in the future. So, looking pretty cool, looking pretty good then. And I should bring this up. Last week, with the actual update, with the introduction of all the cooking stuff, with all the bee stuff, we only got 1 bee skin. But today, we got the bee rock, and of course, we got this mini Beehive box. So that's looking pretty cool. Perhaps throughout the rest of this month and April, we'll see more bee-related skins being produced and accepted. Once we get through like Easter, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of like bee-related skins being accepted. That wouldn't surprise me. So produced and accepted, I should point out. All right then, so with that all said and done, should we actually now talk about these skins individually and talk about whether they're going to potentially be a very nice investment and of course showcase them as well. So, Arctic Backpack, we have to bring this up. Loads of backpacks are currently in the game, and it's only been out for like a certain period of time. Somewhat recently, we did see the Phantom Backpack being accepted, and, with the fatigue that we've become building up, unfortunately, with so many backpacks in a not so very long time, people kind of don't care that much for them. Also, I will question you, how often are you even using a large backpack? Do you even have the time to skin it? Just saying. So, okay, fair enough. Maybe there are some problems there. But that Phantom Backpack, it ended up becoming the lowest selling skin after just non-stop backpacks. But it looks like it's actually kind of helped it out, because with the sheer lack of purchases led to a sheer lack of listings, and now people are like, well, I actually kind of want it and I didn't buy it, so now I've got to put down a higher buy order, and that's actually starting to climb up in value. It only really goes well with the Phantom collection. So, alright, it does work if it doesn't sell too much. But this right here, it is the top selling skin so far. People do like this for a very specific reason. Now, let's hop in game and, just question. I I wonder why people want to wear this. I wonder. So yes, it is the perfect backpack for your wonderful escapades in the snowy Arctic region with your wonderful hazmat right here. Oh yes. So, first of all, let's just quickly showcase this. Does it happen to glow in the dark? No concerns about that. It is a little bit reflective, as you can see right here. But overall, it is just a nice blue backpack that happens to work ever so nicely with the Arctic hazmat. So give that a good look. What do you think? I think it's fine. There's not much else to say. It's just like a perfectly fine looking blue backpack to go with your wonderful blue hazmat. So overall, it could work out very nicely because it's got an immediate thing to pair up with. Also, with the hazmat, there's nothing else you can use with it. Maybe we'll get some Arctic weaponry or something. I mean, it's up to the skin creators. But there's other hazmats as well. That's the thing. There's other hazmats, and I'm pretty sure each one would like their own backpack. What about the Abyss backpack? Where's my backpack made with like a string, got barnacles all over it, maybe a hidden little octopus and whatnot? I'm just saying, there's room for some creativity. So yeah, it's a perfectly fine looking design. But now we have to question: is it actually going to be popular? Is it actually going to retain value? We question that. So let's now quickly hop back into SMM and discuss, the possibilities. So back over to here. Now, I just want to quickly also remind you, it's not the first time we've had a hazmat backpack, because all the way down over to here, remember this? Large hazmat backpack, $2.49, now it's selling for 86 cents on the Steam market. So that did reach 23,000 subscribers, which isn't a ridiculous amount, quite a lot, but isn't a ridiculous amount. This right here, it's currently on track to probably maybe reach 20,000 subscribers. Can't give you a solid answer until we see the first 24 hours of sales, but what do you reckon? Like, don't just assume with a straightforward gimmick, a straightforward pairing, it's going to be A-OK. But if we do get a collection of these backpacks for all the individual hazmats, so going over to here, going to the general section, I'm sure you've seen all the other ones. So we've also got potentially one for the frontiersman. We could get the Abyss one. As I said, where's my barnacles and whatnot? What about an ice king pack? Why don't we just have a solid ice backpack? Keep your drinks nice and cool. I'm just saying, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea. Anyway, back over to here. So I would be a little bit hesitant, but by all means, if you like a skin, if you truly want it, if you think, yeah, I'm going to want that, I'm going to use that, not every single skin has to be an investment. Just go buy it, treat yourself, support the skin creator, and perhaps in the future we'll be seeing more of these interesting hazmat backpacks being produced. But just remember, the very first one for the standard hazmat didn't really work out very well. So you've been warned. It's up to you how you approach that, but buying something for yourself, you should never really care about if it goes up or down in price. Just appreciate it. Right then, so we'll put that aside then. It's looking pretty good, and it matches up quite nicely. We should probably talk about that MP5. So as we quickly hop over to here, you can see I'm on stage. Just wants to do a nice final showcase of the backpack. But then you can also see the MP5 right there. Looking very cool. Snap. There we go. Clicked the wrong time, whoopsie. But yeah, give that a good look. Perfectly fine looking design, but I need to go over to here and I need to go take a look at the next skin that we're talking about, the Commando MP5. So a nice sleek black design, return of the Commando collection, which is quite awkward because we also currently have the Black Ops collection, and then we might randomly see another Black Diamond collection potentially arising. Oh god, there's so many black collections that we have, so many alternatives, and that's something you have to be a little bit concerned about. What happens if, in a short time we potentially see a Black Ops MP5? So last year we had the Black Ops AK-47 sold very reasonably. People were like, oh wow, it's a nice budget alternative to the Blackout AK-47. What happened was we ended up seeing the Black Ops AK-47, didn't we? And of course we also saw at some point the Black Diamond AK-47 last year. There's a lot of collections being made that are sleek black designs that look very nice and very interesting. Basically, they're becoming less special. They're becoming less unique. It's really awkward. We keep getting tons of Blackout alternative skins, but next to no desert stuff, and next to no snow stuff, and Forest Raiders. I don't know. But this right here, produced by CoSim, is a very nice, interesting looking continuation. What would you like to see for the Commando collection? Because it's kind of reasonably well established. It's got clothing and armour, it's got weapons, but what's missing? What would you like to see next? Feel free to comment below. Right, let's now just quickly hop on stage and give it a lovely quick look. I am still wearing the hazmat, but it's fine. This is probably normal for you. So yeah, give that a good look. Quite shiny, quite reflective, but still a perfectly fine looking design. Now, of course, nighttime go. Not as reflective when it's actually nighttime. You do see it quite nicely. So, okay, fair enough. Right, let's hop out of here and discuss what potentially might happen with this in the future. So let's just take a look at all the MP5s because, well, they don't exactly always work out super great. As you can see, quite recently we had the Celestial Court MP5 down by 57%. Last year's MP5s, well, there's only one of them in the positive. We do have one that's evens, and we do have some of them that aren't down too bad. MK Ultra is only down by 7%, Oil Spill's only down by 8%, but then all the other ones, down 42, down 45, down 40, not looking good, down 49, down 49, yeah, that's a bit awkward. Scrolling down to the previous year from there, some of them actually doing quite alright, but as you can see, it's a bit 50-50. And then we have the Blackout MP5, currently selling on the Steam market for $13. People like it, people appreciate it. Could they look at the Commando MP5 and consider it a nice alternative option? Because I don't think that'll be getting any cheaper than what it's currently at. Right now, it is March going into April. A lot of prices in general have gone down. But looking at this right now, yeah, it looks like it's only starting to stagnate. It's not going down anymore, and it's starting to rise up in price. So, yeah. And of course, it has a useful red aim sight and whatnot, but I do believe this also has, has just a little bit more. So if we could just look at the aim down the sight, there we go. It is pretty much, nope, just standard MP5. All right, then. So it has essentially the exact same style, the exact same pretty much like overall design, but it's about 5 times cheaper. That could be very appealing, and I'm not surprised to see people are buying it. It is the second best-selling skin so far, but is it instantly going to be A-OK? Like I said, what happens if Black Diamond Collection and what happens if Black Ops Collection decide to go and make another MP5 attempt? So Black Diamond Collection, did you get your MP5? No, you did not. You got a Thompson. But I do recall an MP5 was produced. There you go, Black Diamond MP5 version 2. Don't be surprised if we see a version 3 eventually. And then, of course, Black Ops Collection. We just talked about the revolver from the previous week. And, well, I haven't seen an MP5 yet, and they're probably making a consideration already. There will be more weapons for that collection, and maybe some clothing and armour, potentially, deplorables. I wouldn't say no, and I don't think Facepunch would say no either, so for that, it is abnormal. We can take our time. We don't need to rush into buying it. By all means, if you like it and you want one for yourself, go buy one, treat yourself. Mr. Kosem does put out some very nice skins, but what is there next? What would you like to see? He has dabbled into various other things. We never got the boots and gloves. Maybe try that again. But he tried a revolver. Didn't get that accepted. Now we just recently got the Black Ops revolver. Typical. So, yeah, we'll see what becomes of this. But technically speaking, that is still an active collection. And we can look forward to potentially more. So feel free to comment below what you'd like to see. But I think I want to wait it out. Now, if you're a little bit confused because I refer to this as an abnormal skin, well, don't worry, I'll quickly explain. If you don't actually understand what abnormals are, consider watching my most recent Ruskin Abnormal Barders video for March 13, 2025. Give that a good look right there. Consider watching the first 5 minutes of the video. You'll get the general gist in terms of how we approach these skins. Then skip ahead to the Barders chapter, and you'll basically understand that abnormals are skins that become marketable before the roster even rotates, and we know exactly when they become marketable. So what we'll do is we'll look at the amount of sales the skins have had, make considerations in regards to what prices we want to offer for them, and when they become marketable, we race to put those barders down, and then afterwards we'll look and see how many barders each skin has, how high the price goes, and then we'll feel a lot more confident if we actually want to jump in and invest into it. Sounds good? Cool. So that's for you to consider. I'm going back over to here now, and I want to talk about this Blackstone door. So, another sheep in the door has appeared literally after the week where I was questioning, are we going to get that many sheep in the doors? Well, here we are. So, around this point last year, in 2024, we already had like 7 sheep in the doors, probably 8 by now. And I thought maybe things could probably work out nicely for this. We probably won't see that many sheep in the doors this year. Now I'm starting to question things. So, the Blackstone collection. This is a bit of an odd one, because originally Blackstone was an intended collection that was going to have like a furnace, it was going to have like a rock, but Facepunch accepted the furnace and the rock and they called it polished obsidian instead. So now this has been broken apart even more so, because like that's a deplorable right there. That would have probably appreciated seeing another skin being accepted, but no, we got Blackstone here instead. Okay. So I also question, is this a unique enough idea, a unique enough a design that's going to get people wanting to buy it, appreciate it and whatnot? Compared to all these other skins, I don't see that many black sheep-in-the-doors other than the pirate sheep-in-the-door, and that's actually in the positive. That's actually in the positive. But, you know, that also glows in the dark, and a lot of these other skins also glow in the dark. So let's now hop over to here. And as you can see, this is basically pitch black. Shiny, though. Oh, get a good look at that. The sunlight is definitely being appreciated right there. Very cool. And in the shaded side, whilst it's still reflective based on certain light and whatnot, you can clearly tell that that doesn't happen to glow in the dark, which I'm going to reveal to you right now. So, snap. First of all, the lights that we have to the side, they do reflect quite nicely. Look at that. So it's not just sunlight, also lights that you might have in your base. But of course, if we turn those off, you can clearly see that this doesn't glow in the dark. Is that a concern to you? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if people probably don't like us that. Maybe some people will because they just don't want to have constant glow in the dark in their bases. Fair enough. It could be the entrance and your exit. So, I question, could this potentially have a lot more skins being produced after it? Will we see a garage door, which I do believe has been submitted in the past? Maybe we'll see a sheep double door, which I think has also happened in the past, because this is actually a version 2. The skin creators have definitely tried to make more out of their Blackstone and Polished Obsidian collections, but then, like, Facepunch just kind of decided no more. But now they're like, yeah, come on. I don't know. They're a bit odd sometimes, so okay, fair enough. There could be more to it, but I'm still not 100% convinced, and I want to know what your opinions are. Do you like what you see? Are you satisfied with the design? And do you look forward to potentially seeing even more? I am fully well aware that they actually tried to do Tier 2 armor some time back, so you might even see more attempts for that again soon. Pretty cool, pretty unique, but still not 100% convinced, still not 100% sure that everything's going to be A-OK. Sheep in the doors are very iffy, especially as investments. But if you like it, you go buy it. You go support the skin creators, and you go appreciate the skin. Right then, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next skin. Oh, that was quick, yes, because we have a Bumblebee Rock. Well, it's just called the Bee Rock. Now, there is a bit of a issue with this, and you probably won't instantly notice it. You probably can see it right now. But with a lot of skins that we've seen over the past few weeks on the workshop, some of the skins have had some sort of weird normals issue. So do you see like a seam on this rock? This is affected by this issue. Now, I think at some point we'll probably see this being fixed over the next few days. It just needs to be like resubmitted. Normals need to be reapplied. Whatever. Not 100% sure how it's done, but it just needs to. It shouldn't be that much of a fix. It should be fairly straightforward. So I wonder if that's actually going to happen because unfortunately this is a very cute skin. You know, we finally got another bee skin. Yippee! Now, quick look at nighttime. Does it happen to glow in the dark? No. Does it happen to glow in the dark? No, clearly not. You can see that, right? But it does kind of stand out quite nicely in the night light. But yes, if you had any concern, no, it doesn't appear to glow in the dark. You should be satisfied with that, I'm sure. But it's that weird issue. It's that weird issue at the seam. So just move in the sun a bit more. It's a bit stuck. Here you go. Come on, sun, move. There you go. Perfect. And when it gets a bit darker, you notice it. When it goes on the other side, you can easily notice it. But other than that, I don't think people will really notice it in general. So at the end of the day, if you like that schmile, you go give it a loving home. And come on in, let's go over to here and, just stand on stage. Get a good look at it. Like so. I'm still got the backpack on. It's got all my nice things in there. But yeah, you get to see the wings. It's a pretty cartoony looking design. I think you'll still like it. I think you'll still appreciate it. But that weird little normals issue, I do hope it gets fixed, and I do hope we get to see it a lot better in the future. So, what are your thoughts? Would you like to see a cute little bee collection for weapons and tools? Could we get a hatchet, a pickaxe, maybe, I don't know, maybe a knife? It could be like its little stinger. Oh, they could do that for a bone knife. Just have like the bee at the very end with a happy smile, and then the rest of it's just a gigantic stinger. That would be pretty cool. Right then, so that's nice. Let's now hop out of here and talk about rock skins and just kind of discuss, how they're currently holding up. Because so far this year, we've had quite a few animal rocks already, haven't we? So rocks, let's go give this a quick look. So far this year, we've had the baby hippo rock, we've recently had the sloth rock, and now we have the bee rock. So let's just currently see how this is currently holding up. Let's see how this is holding up after 2 weeks, and we can probably get some good insight. So this has only 77 listings on the Steam market. That's fine. Not going to complain about that. Look at the listings. 6, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I mean, give it a good 10, 15 sales. Back up to its trust or price. The buy orders definitely helped it out. I was hoping to see some more baby hippo skins being accepted. There has been a large box and a garage door being submitted. Didn't get anywhere, unfortunately. Maybe we need to see some baby hippo weapons and tools being made instead. We'll find out. But it has managed to hold on. People do appreciate that goofy, fat little thing. And over to here, we got the super chill-looking Sloth Rock. Only 32 listings. If I can recall, it didn't sell ridiculously. It did like 15,000 subscribers still, didn't it? But that's got like only 32 listings. But again, more time existing, more time for people to list it on the Steam market. But the barders also looking very reasonably strong. And the listings, well, the lack of them has definitely helped it out. So that's technically in the positive. It's not profitable. You couldn't sell this right now and get a big profit. But it's still doing good. And give it, maybe a good summertime. Maybe you might see those get bought out and the price rises quite nicely. Now, of course, we're fully well aware there was a sheet metal door produced for this. Let's just quickly remind myself, and there you go. But seems they took a break this past weekend. Maybe we'll see a garage door, maybe we'll see a sheet metal door, but Sloth sheet metal door was produced. Could it turn into a bigger collection? You'd hope so, because then you can sell your rocks for a profit. But independently or by itself, it very likely will still hold up its value because people just happen to like sloths. Right then, so B-Rock. I think it's going to be alright, but if we keep seeing more and more and more and more and more animal themed rocks, they're going to become less special as well. So we did basically see that with the first year when all of these appeared. Capybara rock initially was quite expensive. It was actually sitting at around $3.50. But then after seeing hamster rock and hermit crab rock and pug rock, it became less special. And you got to remember, this is like one of the first animal-themed rocks. I think we can respectfully say that, yep. So that sold a lot when it first came out. But when the other options appeared, that, as I said, became less special. And right now, that's down by a third of its price. Hamster rock worked out nicely because he's a big, fair, chunky thing. And pug rock's so ugly, I want to smack him against every single rock I see, every single tree. No, I'm joking, but you get the idea. When the other options appeared, the other ones, well, they started to get less attention and the prices dropped because people weren't buying them as much. Now, Harbour Seal Rock, you happened to come out at a reasonable time because by the time that came out, there wasn't really anything else. And then we have the Polar Bear Rock that appeared around Christmas time. It's down by 25%. That's fine. It's not Christmas right now. In fact, it's this period of time right now that we're currently in where that's supposed to be at its lowest potential price. And if it's only down by 25%, that is really not that bad. And remember what I said? Once we reach around March, April time, you've got to start looking for Christmas skins to consider investing into and hold on to for the rest of the year. I think he might be having a pretty fun Christmas 2025. Just going to say that. Right then, so B-Rock, I think we will be seeing more B-related skins. But you see in the thumbnail here, you can notice the weird normals issue right there, can't you? That's unfortunate. I do hope they fix it. Because that very same issue actually originally affected the Sloth Rock. But we saw it, we alerted the skin creators, and well, you don't see that issue anymore. But it was so much worse than that one. In fact, I won't be able to grab it fast enough. But yeah, it was really noticeable in that one. So, alright then, fair enough. Cute rock, I'm sure it'll be fixed, and I'm sure people will be appreciating it in the future. But it's not selling too ridiculously at the moment, which is fine. Maybe it doesn't sell as much as that Sloth Rock, which came out 3 weeks ago. Will we correct? No, what about the week after this? I'm sure it's this one. Yep, and that only did 15,000 subscribers. Not that many listings. Could it end up similar or at least the same? We'll find out. So cool. It's also abnormal. No need to rush into buying it. But if you want one for yourself, by all means, go for it. Right, shall we now move on and talk about the Fallen Gloves? So yeah, 3 weeks in a row, we have seen some Fallen clothing armor being accepted. Very nice. What happened to the boots? Sometimes this happens, I'm afraid. Facepunch feels more inclined to accept gloves rather than boots, and even sometimes like this, when both of them were submitted at the same time, they'll accept the gloves. Don't know why. But in the future, if we ever complete the sets and we get a whole bunch of boots in that, don't be surprised if that happens. So, okay, fair enough. The hoodie and pants, they are comfortably in the positive. They're not $7. We've already double-checked that. But then if I look at the kilt, how's that currently doing at the moment? Because you have had both the hoodie and pants and the Roadsign gloves appear now, and you are now basically doubled in price, and you are comfortably sitting there with a lot of support. Only 26 listings. I really should have bought the tier 2 armor, not the Barbarian hoodie and pants. But hey, I'm still convinced we'll see some more Barbarian stuff in the future. So that right there, looking very good, looking very nice. Now, I'm not going to bring out all the clothing and armor and pair it all up. I've already done that in a short video, which you can see over to here. So see that right there, Fallen boots and gloves. Go give that a good look if you want to see how it all looks in-game as a full set. But with what I got going on right now, I've just got the gloves because that was the only thing accepted today. Instead, you can look at my frog boots. So, observe. It's got loads of skeletal bones. It's got lots of blood as well. How nice. How lovely. But yeah, overall, I think the skin creator's done a perfectly fine job. And yes, I do expect some more continuations on the horizon. I reckon a backpack would look pretty good, don't you think? A fallen backpack with all the bones? Oh, mate, just use their tendons to keep it all stitched together and whatnot. Yippee! Cool, you're very creative, aren't you, Mr. Hedge? Yeah, I should probably go see a therapist or something. But yep, that is a perfectly fine pair of gloves, only 99 cents. Now, with this roster, as I said, by default, I don't think many people are going to be jumping at it, like going crazy buying a bunch. So this right here probably could work out very, very, very nicely. The sheer lack of people constantly buying things might help it out because we are still anticipating tier 3 armor, aren't we? Now that comes out, and if that ends up being the thing that sells the least compared to all the other skins that we have in this clothing armor set so far, that probably will end up being the most expensive piece. If I could quickly remind us all of like the Abyss collection, so let's just hop out of here real quickly. So yep, let's go to here, type in Abyss. Now, the gloves appeared after all the pieces were accepted, but more specifically, the gloves sold less than the hoodie and the pants, the tier 2 armor and the tier 3 armor. And because the overall collection was reasonably in demand, well, those gloves went from $1.99 to $6. And if I can recall, they've actually been at a higher price. But the lower overall quantity compared to what we have here definitely helped it out. So as I've already said, let's see what happens next. Robstar is a fairly prolific skin creator. He will be producing more skins. Maybe he takes a break for a while. Maybe he realises, you know what, I've been very lucky. Maybe I just want to pace myself. Maybe put something out different. I mean, I'm all for a fallen longsword. That would be cool. We haven't had one of those in a very long time, a longsword skin. 8 years now? Anyway, if we do see the tier 3 or the boots at some point, at any point in the future, yeah, no, I think those gloves are going to greatly appreciate it. It is not one of the top 4 selling skins at the moment. Maybe it might catch up and overlap the B-Rock, we shall see. But if that sells less than 11,000 subscribers next week, things are looking very good for it. All right? So yes, it's not abnormal, this one, unfortunately. But even then, you can make a purchase if things are looking very good. So we'll wait until Wednesday then. We'll wait till Wednesday, we'll look and see how that is. And then, of course, we'll probably end up, just making some purchases. Or you could just stick with a Bardo when the roster rotates next week. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, with all the skins that we had with the previous week, that being like the ultramarine boots and gloves, and of course the fallen hoodie and pants and the garage door, like I did bards in them the very second I saw the roster rotated. It's not hard to do, but just to be safe, you might want to make some purchases. And that's what I did with both the hoodie and pants here. So I think I've already made a little bit of profit. I did end up buying some of the gloves as well. I was curious. I thought the Ultramarine collection was going to stay in demand for the foreseeable future, especially as we lead into the summertime, so I thought a pair of gloves would be alright. Boots I was a little bit more concerned for, so I didn't bother. Alright then, so as of now, I'm fine. I want to see how much you sell by next Wednesday. You are looking appealing, and hopefully in the future we do get a full proper collection of the Fallen collection, just in time for Halloween. Right then, let's move on. Let's talk about the Sunken collection. Yes, we have 3 doors now, and, well, I wonder what's next. Did I want to do that? Hop back out of here. You meant to take a look at the picture of all 3 of them side by side. There you go. So, originally, back in the summer of 2023, we had the Sheep door being accepted. It didn't do very well in terms of maintaining interest. It came out literally when the Abyss update came out, what with the submarines, and of course with the special hazmat. The Sheep door came out earlier this year, so reasonably, not too ridiculously, and, well, it's definitely appreciated the garage door appearing today, because that has gone up in price quite a fair bit, and now we have the garage door. I don't know if this is the best timing for a garage door, but, we might see more in the future, but this is a collection that is brewing, and I do think people are starting to appreciate it. That big giant octopus or squid, he just wants hugs. He's just trying to squeeze through, say hello. You can see his eyeball now. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yes, if I could just quickly go over to here and take a look at that batch of skins. Sheep door, I think that's a lost cause, I'm afraid. You probably don't want to look at it. By all means, if you want to buy one for yourself to pair up with these, That's cool. Don't blame you. But if you're thinking, oh, I should buy into that now because we might see some more sunken doors, I wouldn't. But the sheet metal double door is definitely an option. And right now, that's currently sitting here at $3. It has gone up in price. It's been bought out earlier, and that is in a very comfortable spot. And if you can recall, that only did about 10,000 subscribers. So a lack of sales has definitely helped it out. Because, well, when a new piece has appeared, people have jumped in and bought it out. And it wasn't that hard. Cool. Right then. So that's looking pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and give this a good-looking game then. So, over to here. Observe the eyeball. Ooh, he's sneakily getting a good look at you. Ooh. Now, there's no transparency here. Just want to point that out. When I look at both the windows here and that bit here, the little hatch, it kind of looks like a smile. Looks a bit weird. Anyway, quick look at nighttime. Snap. As you can see, the tentacles are quite reflective. That's looking pretty cool with the lighting and whatnot. Very nice. But, of course, you want to see what it's like in total darkness. So I can confirm to you it glows in the dark quite nicely. The tentacles are holding some interesting little torches. I wonder where we've seen those before. And, of course, we also have had the red light above. That is looking very nice. But I also can confirm to you, when it's rolled up, the rolled up part doesn't glow, unfortunately. So take that into consideration. But still, a very interesting creative design. I reckon we'll probably see like a rug or something eventually, and we can have that. We can have the octopus hug us. Yippee! Maybe we could get a rock of it. You know? Algorithm, it's probably not a bad idea. Maybe you're the one, maybe you're holding its egg. Maybe you've like done an underwater survey and found its egg and taken it to the underwater lab and it wants it back. A little bit of lore. I'm not saying no. Right, anyway, so that's looking pretty cool. Now, I also happen to have it over behind me here, and we were going to go ahead and give it a good look when it's rolled down with some fire to the side. So let's go do that right now. Right, get a good look at that. Yeah, it definitely looks like a smiley face there, doesn't it? But the torchlight definitely being reflected there on the tentacles. All the barnacles on the bottom being noticeable. It's a pretty cool looking skin. So, what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. And what would you like to see next? Maybe we could see a locker. Could have the octopus trapped inside trying to escape or something. I don't know. I still like the idea of the rock and whatnot. So, yep. Back to daylight. Looking pretty good. And I think a lot of people will be appreciating that skin. But yeah, what is Algorithm up to next? What could we see that could add to this collection? We'll find out. But for now, maybe I should showcase the next skin. So let's go do that right now. And as you can see, it's the return of the Elysium collection. A good few weeks back, we saw an AK-47 being accepted in a Rust store. Which one? Anyway, so it was the $5 AK. That was about 2 weeks ago. And not a lot of people super enthusiastic for a $5 AK-47. And it ended up only doing about 7,000 plus subscribers, if you can recall. So, yeah, that price was a bit of a detriment. So this right here is only selling at $3.49 only. But, yeah, not as expensive. Maybe this might sell a bit better. But even then, LR300s. Yeah. Now, for what it is, it's a very nice looking skin. But I don't think everyone's super keen for an LR300 right about now. If only they got a proper buff. Quick look at nighttime, go. So just to confirm, this doesn't have to glow in the dark, which you can see. Give that a good look. Aim down the side as well. Yep. Nothing super glow in the dark there, as you can see. So back over to here. It's a very nice, cool, shiny looking design. And the skin creators, they're very prolific. The Redemption Collection skin creator, the Neon Storage Collection skin creator, they make some pretty cool looking skins. And with what we have right here, I will respectfully sit here and say, this is a very, very, very nice, shiny, almost said glow in the dark, shiny, golden LR300. What weapon skin would you like to see next that they produce? Or would you like to start seeing deplorables or clothing and armor? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to comment below. But yeah, no, that is a very, very nice looking LR300. Let's now go on stage and give it a good showcase. So over to here. Strike a pose and look pretty. You know what? Maybe a little bit down, a little bit more over here. There we go. Right, now we get a better look at it. You can see it reflecting with the light quite nicely. But to truly see it, there we go. So the gold stands out quite nicely with the sheen. I do happen to like this skin. It looks pretty. But how much is this going to sell after the AK-47 fiasco? It is not currently the top selling skin, but it could still sell quite a fair bit. But if it really does slow down, it ends up matching up to the AK-47. Maybe this collection just happens to be something that will take time to gradually be appreciated. Remember, a sheer lack of sales can usually lead to some success, so as long as the collection remains fairly in demand. And if we do get a lot more weapons and whatnot, potentially all the better. We do get some weapon collections that do end up turning out to be pretty interesting and do end up getting some interest and working out quite nicely. This is kind of being treated as a premium weapon collection, what with the prices they're selling them at. So we'll see what the sales are like. That is abnormal, but I am still questioning it a fair bit. So let's just quickly hop out of here. So let's just quickly go over and take a look at the Elysium collection for what it is. 2 weapon skins, wow. But of course, the AK-47, as of now on the Steam market, it's not sitting there at $5. The arrival of the LR300 probably did bring in some interest, but not enough. Supposed to be $5. It's not currently listed at $5, but a few sales and, hey, hang on a minute, it's back up to $5. So will that happen? We shall see. It might not happen now, but it could happen gradually as time goes on. Because do you honestly believe this is it? Do you honestly believe it's going to stop at 2 skins? I don't think so. But again, this only did 7,268 subscribers, very low. And that right there, I mean, it could follow in the footsteps. Is it the prices, or is it just due to the fact that we have far too many AK-47s and we have far too many LR300s probably? Well, I'm going to go over to here real quickly and point out that we don't actually have that many LR300 skins. We actually got 92. Quite a lot in theory, but compare that to a lot of other weapons. Yeah, the other weapons got quite a lot of skins in general. But all the more recent LR300s, you might notice, just don't really hold up their values quite nicely, unfortunately. So, again, that's a sign of a lack of interest in the item itself, the weapon itself, rather than, like, you know, skins. If they ever gave it a proper big buff, then, yeah, things could improve very nicely. But I think people just prefer to use their AKs. Also, how easily accessible is it? You can question that. Anyway, so $3.49, is it still too much for an LR300? We shall see, but I would like to see more stuff being produced, and I know for a fact the skin creators do intend to do that. So, what weapon would you like to see next? Elysium Rock. That'd be funny. Ioka. No, a crossbow would actually look pretty cool. I think that would look nice. I think they could probably pull off a very cool looking Python. I reckon we could probably see an interesting looking Thompson. But we're going to have to wait and see, because it looks like they'd like to take their time. I think we're seeing every 2 weeks an Elysium weapon skin. So, all right, let's find out. But the more the merrier, and as we approach the summertime, when we potentially see even more people playing around then, maybe for a lot of people it'll be their first time ever seeing the Elysium weapon collection skins, and maybe, just maybe, they'll appreciate them, and with only so many to go around, all the better for them to rise up in price in the future. So, maybe not now, but perhaps again later on. So that is abnormal. Don't need to rush into buying it. We can approach that on Wednesday night, and I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't sell too ridiculously. I can still see it selling more than the AK-47, but I don't think it'll be holding up its value, and that's based on the LR300 itself. But more skins after this could still help it out very nicely, but we've got to wait for that, don't we? So, moving on, let's talk about the storages. Yes, going to talk about both of them at the same time. So we have the Harbour Seal large box, very nice. It's growing as a collection. So it's been a bit awkward because we saw like tier 3, and then that wasn't accepted, but this was. Are we going to see a small box now? Are we potentially going to see a garage door? Are we potentially going to see a locker? I don't know, but there's plenty of potential ideas for that. We'll find out. The rock is holding up quite nicely. The hammer's doing pretty good. The sheet metal door, oh dear, oh dear. And with the arrival of the large box today, it's not even changed. People did not jump onto that. So I am questioning, oh, hang on a minute. Is that large box going to be all right? Especially considering we just had a large box. So back over to here. Let's quickly take a look at all the box skins we've had so far this year. In 2025, we have had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marketable ones. That was a special DLC. So that's down by 15, that's down by 49, that's down by 24, and that is currently down, well, actually up by 36, but it just became marketable. It's an anomaly. We can't really count that one. Give it a week or two, look at it again, we'll find out then. But yeah, you know, this isn't down too bad. That's a holiday theme skin. This, I don't know, just not keeping the interest, it seems. Like, with today's garage doors, we could have seen a death metal garage door, but nope, Sunken took its place. Well, fair enough. I'm not complaining. But yeah, don't assume because it's big and cute and fluffy it's going to be A-okay, but it doesn't look like it's selling that much either, as of now. That probably will hold up quite nicely if the sales are tame. And if we do see a lot more Harbour Seal skins being produced, I could see it helping out the large box. But we have to keep it on the workshop. And the skin creators, they actually have a few collections now, it seems. So well, they're trying to do some more scary animals. If you can recall, these are the same people that did the Wolf Yoker, and they also did the Rat-a-tat Thompson. So we'll see if that's going to brew into something. They never got the Growling Bear Furnace. How disappointing. But I think they'll probably commit more time to this because that's what seems to have been accepted as of recent. So what would you like to see next with a Harbour Seal on it? We've already got the hammer. We've already got the rock. I don't know what else we could probably see. Maybe a jackhammer. That'll be weird, but cool, I guess. We'll find out. Anyway, let's hop out of here and let's now talk about the small box. So, as I said, I want to showcase both of them at the same time because we're going to wrap this up with the final batch of skins. Mini Beehive box. It is a bee-related skin, but it's not like super in your face. It's like quite discreet. It's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it matches that quite nicely there. I don't think people are going to care. Not surprised to see it's the second lowest skin so far. So, alright, understandable. Cool idea. You know, it's a skin made in reference to content that's currently in the game. That works out quite nicely. Props to skin creator. But I still don't think it's going to hold up very nicely. So, over to here, just to quickly point out all the small boxes we've seen over the past couple of years or so. And what do you see? Pie box is doing alright, but we got the Pie Furnace recently. Okay. Snake small box, large small box, Then you got the Nuke Room. That's a collection continuation. That still went down. But then again, the collection itself, not very in demand. Then you got Forest Raiders small box, and that's down by 21%. I would assume Forest Raiders is quite in demand, but the Cloven Armor is. The Deplorables, questionable. So overall, I'm questioning it, and I'm probably just going to take a step back. Now that is not abnormal. So on Wednesday night, we'd have to look at the sales and make a consideration, but I don't think it's super standout of a design that's going to change that much. I don't think that's going to be retaining its price. I do expect that to drop off. But maybe things might change with the total sales we see on, well, you know, Wednesday night. So these two boxes, let's go give them a good look right now. So first up here we have the Harbour Seal large box. Look at those big beady eyes. Oh, yes. Very nice. And shiny in the sunlight. If you can see it. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Now we have the leopard type of design. I think it's in reference to leopard seals. I think that is its actual name. Sorry to the skin creators if I got that wrong. And over to here, we also happen to have the Beehive small box. Give that a good look. Perfectly fine look and design. Now, for both of them, do they happen to glow in the dark? It appears that neither of them do. Huh. Is that a concern? Well, in terms of usability, probably. Like, I think some people would still appreciate the seal large box. Come on, Hedge, Harbour Seal large box. But I still question if people are actually going to want it. Like, look at the sheep on the door. That doesn't glow in the dark, and that doesn't see that much usage apparently, because I can tell by the price. If it's not, you know, constantly selling quite nicely every single day, people probably don't care enough for it. So maybe it might not sell too ridiculously, and that could help out in the future. We'll have to wait until Wednesday. That is abnormal. But for this skin over here, it's not abnormal. I'll be honest with you, not feeling super enthusiastic, I'm afraid. So we'll see what becomes of it. Maybe this potentially gets a large box. Maybe this potentially gets a small box. But you've got to keep an eye on the workshop. You've got to see what's being produced over the course of this weekend, and we'll see what happens next. Both of them are perfectly fine designs, and if you like them, you can go buy them yourself. Treat yourself. But if you're looking at them as investments, not super confident, I'm afraid. So, yeah. And right over here, we have the final skin for the video, just as my package comes in. How nice. Thank you very much. So, yes, this is the return of the Eye SAR collection, even though we had the garage door quite recently. Quick look at night time. Go. It does not glow in the dark. Just wanted to point that out very quickly. It'd be cool if it did, but no. You probably can vaguely see the aim sight right there. Just use the holo sight. So, back over here. This is not a very in-demand collection, I'm afraid. We have recently seen the garage door, you know, in a rust store, and that went down in price very quickly. Yes, it did. Let's quickly go on stage, showcase it. Oh, first of all, look at the shine there. Look at that reflection. That's looking pretty cool. But is that enough for you wanting to buy it? Is it even useful to you? I don't know, but it does look nice and shiny. Anyway, strike a pose, and, oh, no, Hedge, bring it down a bit, move it back a bit, and there we go, much better. More straight. Alright then, so I like the design. I think it looks cool, but unfortunately it has not been selling very nicely, and the prices have gone down pretty badly. I am definitely second guessing the collection, I'm afraid. Yeah. So for what it is, it's a nice, cool blue looking SAR, and I don't think we have that many skins to compare with it like that. But for the overall collection, it's not really holding up very nicely, and I am still very much concerned about that. We've had quite a lot of SAR skins as of recent. So far this year, we've actually had quite a lot of SARs for 2025. How many of them do you think are actually in the positive right now? Should we go ahead and take a look? Yeah, let's go do that. So yes, how many SARs have we had so far this year? Well, first of all, how many weeks have we had so far this year? And then you turn your head over and you see we've had 9 SARs so far. Now you might consider, hey, Hedge, the Hyper SAR is currently positive. No, that just became marketable. Look at it again about a week or two's time. There will be a difference. But yeah, 9 SARs, and I think we've had 10 to 11 weeks already this year. So yeah, we're seeing quite a lot of these. SAR has this weird problem like AK-47s, and we just constantly see them being accepted. And because we've had so many of them, there's a problem that it's hard for them to maintain interest. And well, it better look super unique and interesting or be part of a well-established collection, because if it's not, problems. Very straightforward, there will be problems. So yeah, scroll down, look at all those SARs that are currently in the positive. I know you use them, but too many options. So with last year's batch, we've only got 1 and 2 that are currently in the positive. Now, not all of them are down super bad, but there's literally only 2 of them that are actually in the positive right now. It is Easter, period, springtime, you get the idea. But anyway, we are currently going through a bad time at the moment, but it's really kind of damning to see that there's hardly any SARs that are currently in the positive. I mean, I'm going back another year, and there's only 1. So I think you kind of get the point. There's a lot of options that are cheaper. There's a lot of options that potentially people would prefer. Do you think that's actually going to maintain its $2.49 price? Oh, but it's part of a collection, Hedge. I know. I'm well aware. Yay! Look how good that's holding up its price. So yeah, the skin creator is putting out a very cool design. It's just unfortunately people don't seem to appreciate it. Let's go with that. The collection is a bit awkward as well. You've got tools, you've got weapons, you've got 2 deplorables. Maybe we need to see some clothing armor, Mr. Zink. That's up to you. But yeah, I'm not feeling super confident with that. And you look to me and say, hey, Hedge, what do you think's looking pretty good this week? The skins look good. The prices and the potential profits. So overall, with these skins, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, I don't think it's going to be a very busy week. I wouldn't be surprised that the sales probably drop off pretty quickly in terms of it probably will slow down. And by the end of the week, we're probably not looking at excessive, crazy sales. We'll find out, but I can't help to assume a lot of people are just going to sit there and say, as I've said already, that, okay, I think I'm just going to take a break. I probably won't buy anything this week. Now, you can still do barters and potentially pick up these for a cheaper price and, you know, work out some pretty delicious profit still, but that's probably the only way. Now, you might sit and say, oh, Hedge, people don't like this Rustor. Well, I'm looking at the overall scores, and every single skin was viewed positively. Now, the upvote to downvote ratio in every single skin is positive, so, okay, fair enough. A lot of people really did like that backpack. It was the top performing skin out of all the skins. So, of course, we're looking at micro522.com, and if I could just show to you right now, oh, it did get eclipsed in the end, but it was definitely one of the better performing skins, so I'm sure many of you are well aware that I'm always looking at the newer skins, and of course, if we could quickly go back to navigate to take a look at my YouTube, the most recent batch of skins are all located in this video. The Rust Workshop skin checks for March 11, 2025. All collection continuations are chaptered right there, and there's actually quite a lot of early picks this week. So back over to here, I can confirm early pick, early pick, early pick. Typical pick, you'd see that in TGG's list. Early pick, typical pick, early pick, early pick, typical pick, early pick. So many early picks, and you would have known about these if you actually watched the video. Right. So next week, I don't know, maybe we'll see some late picks. That'd be cool. I really need that Barbarian Cloven Armor face punch, please. It's not like they don't have options anyway, so it might be a bit of a meh week. We'll see what next week's like, we'll compare. Maybe March won't be super crazy. But just be aware, just around the corner, we're going to have 2 weeks of Easter. We would expect 2 weeks of Easter. Maybe we might only get 1 week of Easter. Maybe we'll only get 3 weeks of Easter. You never know. Maybe Halloween, Christmas, Easter. But if you're thinking, oh, I really don't want to spend my money, I don't think you'll be doing that with Easter. Pending we see some interesting things appear. So I will be talking about that right now, won't I? Because we need to talk about what we have seen on the commits. So the focus does appear to be like jungle update. There's been a lot of talking about jungle update, lots of talk about snakes, mind you. Like, it's been constant talks about snakes, crocodiles, tigers. Not so much tigers this week, but lots of stuff related to the proposed jungle update. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm pretty sure it'll be coming out in the next couple months or so. So I'm looking forward to it. Beginning of the summer, the middle of the summer, we shall see. Just in time when all the kids have their summer vacation. Perfect. But yeah, looks like we have a special knife currently being made. Are we getting a brand new weapon, or are we getting a brand new DLC pack with some interesting, knives here? Now, I do recall one of the devs has shown off a knife design that they worked on. If I can recall, it was a bone knife. Is this it? We'll see. Is that getting ready for April? We'll see. That's not very Easter themed, is it? So, yeah, jungle update being worked on, looking pretty cool. But you know what is Easter themed? An inflatable horse DLC, apparently. So, yeah, props to Protox. So if we could quickly navigate over to here. He actually pointed this out earlier. There's a horse costume being made. So you know how we have the chicken legs and you can walk around with the inflatable chicken? Horse version. Okay, not going to complain. We've got more options, more silly things. Maybe next year we have a bunny rabbit that you can pretend you're hopping around on. I'm not against that. I think a lot of people like that. Will we see the return of the chicken suit, the chicken costume this year then? Or do they only have that one? Thinking that maybe if they brought back the chicken costume, it might infringe upon the potential sales with the horse inflatable legs. Or maybe it'd be a top. Maybe by the end of all of this, we have some weird sort of like inflatable monstrosity we could become. But I'm led to believe it's just going to probably be the legs again. It's definitely not a wooden legs skin, but technically is, yeah. So how's that currently holding up, the chicken legs? We should actually look that up. So remember, on SCM.app, if you go to the top right here, there's a little notch, and you can easily navigate the previous years, the previous months, the previous weeks of Rust Stores, and all you've got to do is go to March 21st, 2024, and here we are. You can see that at the bottom here, we have all the special Easter items, we have the chicken costume, and you have to question now, could that be brought back, or could it be left behind? And maybe because of that, because it was only available for one Easter, it eventually goes up in price ever so nicely. I know a lot of people do like to run around in those, but I wonder. Maybe we still get both. Maybe something here doesn't get brought back. Maybe we potentially might have a brand new Rustage egg. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have that on me right now. I don't have the link. Could someone in the background try and find it? But there's been mentions of a brand new Rustage egg. It's apparently going to have the cargo music. I don't know what it is in terms of what colour, but it is being worked on. It was mentioned, but I didn't keep the link, and that's my fault. My apologies. But at least you are aware, for Easter, we're getting potentially two brand new items. A new egg and a brand new pair of legs, brand new horsey legs. So just envision what the chicken legs are. Instead, it's going to be a cartoony horse. I really wanted to see a horse mask. The wobbly one. All right, never mind. Now, there's actually one more thing to be aware of. So if we could just quickly hop over to here. There we go. There's apparently going to be a very special Discord item that's going to be given away. So as long as you have your Rust connected to your Discord account, you know what I'm trying to say, there's going to be a special promo item. Don't know what it is. It'll be something probably very basic with Discord branding on it, most likely. But what would it be? What would you like it to be? Maybe it'd be some sort of weird plushie. Maybe it'd be like, maybe just a door, a hoodie, headset. Wouldn't mind seeing one of those again, because a lot of people missed out on that, didn't they? So that'd be a cool, Discord branded headset. That would probably be the perfect option. And that's what someone suggested here. I won't take credit for that. But yeah, that is on the horizon. But what will it be? We don't know until it's actually properly revealed. But something's cooking. Maybe we'll see more of this in the future. Maybe if you get a subscription on Discord, maybe you could get like some free Rust skins, Rust items. They wouldn't be tradable. I highly doubt they'd ever be tradable. So something to look forward to, and it's not hard to get your accounts linked up. So you could probably sort that out now, and then you'll get that for absolutely free. And free stuff's great, isn't it? So cool. So that is basically a wrap with everything that needs to be said. So just keep an eye on the commits. More new things will be mentioned, and you'll be ready for it, I'm sure. And keep an eye on your inventories now, all right? Because I'm very much led to believe that Most skins have reached their low points by now. Here we are. That took forever. I don't even think this is the right account I'm signed into. It does appear to be the right account. Okay, fair enough. But go look at all the skins that you have in your inventories and start questioning, hang on a minute, are these actually going down in price anymore? Because it really does look like certain skins have actually stopped and actually starting to climb up. I have noticed quite a lot of skins have reached their low point so far this year in February. That should have happened this month, but no, it seems to have already happened in February, probably due to the player counts being absolutely insane. So let's just quickly take a look at the Shadowborn rug, a fairly in-demand rug skin. It kind of popped up around, 3 weeks into January, dropped off a fair bit. Do you see it going down still? Because I don't. It looks like it's stagnating, and it could probably start to go back up again. Now, in certain instances, I've noticed things already starting to go up, but I've noticed this happen a lot already. It doesn't look like it's going down anymore. I think the low points have already happened, and I think from now on, you might want to start looking for your potential next investments. You made quite a lot of profit during post-Christmas, I'm guessing. Look for the potential investments now, because as we're steering now towards the summertime, how high do you reckon the player counts are going to be for that? I think it's going to be a lot better than what we currently have here. Yeah, I think we very likely could be beating the record for the most players at the same time. With the jungle update, potentially in the summertime, come on now, what do you reckon? So, are you going to go for meta skins? Are you going to go for camouflage skins? Take a look at them. Go look at their sales history. If they're not going down anymore right now, you might want to jump in now. That might be the best option. Because from here now, April, all right, might not still be very good. But then we have May, June, July, August, the good months. Kids are out of school. Plenty more people playing Rust. Potentially a big, fat, juicy, interesting update. Twitch drops. Loads of people invested. Loads of people wanting to play. And, of course, player count's good. More people playing. More demand for skins. Better skin prices. So these past few months have been absolutely insane, especially compared to all the previous years. But with this change, we didn't even see that much of a drop. It's already happened. I don't think we're even going to have an Easter dip. So, all right, fair enough. It is what it is. So, cool. That's it. That's a wrap. So, let's now quickly hop out of here and have a proper goodbye. So, once again, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope it was reasonably concise, straight to the point, based on Hedge's level. But I wanted to make sure that you got a good look at all the skins and you got a good idea if you actually want to buy them, invest into them. You know, if you have any criticism, feel free to comment below. But yeah, what are you looking forward to now? Are you hoping to see certain collection continuations of some sort? Are you looking forward to potential interesting skins being produced in the workshop? Keep an eye out. Over the course of this weekend, I'm sure we'll be seeing some very, very fun things. And just around the corner now, we should start expecting those Easter skin submissions. So will it be 2 weeks? Will it be 3 weeks? I believe it's 2 weeks into April. So we're probably going to start seeing the submissions in about 2 weeks' time from now. So bunnies, carrots, bees, springtime lovely things, probably chicks and chickens and whatnot, loads of eggs. It's all around the corner. But for now, thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later and have a good one.